Diana Ross. You're like, oh, fantastic. I'm glad. Yeah. I always like the old school songs on it. I feel like TikTok's got so many, powerful bouncing beats. It's fun to get some of those old school tracks back. And I feel like it's horrifying sometimes. You see like the most popular music has got like 300,000 reels on it, and you go Diana Ross, it's like 2.7 thousand, and you're like, what? Diana Ross deserves more. Hello T, welcome. I don't know why it's not notifying you, T. That's outrageous. But you didn't miss much. You're here now. We've got an exciting work. You haven't seen this one before. I started it today. I'm in love with it. It's coming along. There's going to be a wild nature to this one. I'm going to keep adding detail, but I'm not going to add too much. I'm going to keep letting the paint be wild. So we're working with a small brush right now, but I don't think we'll tone down any smaller than this one. We're going to keep this one. Part of the reasoning for that is I want to keep that brush stroke intensity, wild, splashing over the page, having fun. Thanks T, appreciate that. Appreciate you. There we go, a little bit through here. Fantastic. If you can't quite make it out, T, this is a lady. She's on a wakeboard. She's been pulled along a rope by a horse. This is a lake here, horizon line, and we have a GoPro stick coming down here, taking the photo. So there's lots of perspective, lots of fun, lots of perspective, lots going on. I like it. I like it. Here we go. And also, I've been at the beach all day, so we almost need a buzzer to remind me to hydrate every couple of minutes, but thanks T. Thanks Colette, appreciate you. The important thing when it comes to pictures like this too, guys, this is an important picture. And part of the key to actually looking after it and making it special is making sure when you approach it and when you do it, you approach it with the right intention. And when I say the right intention, I mean positivity. This one doesn't want to be painted when you're not in the right space for painting it. This is a picture that needs to be built up through layers in a way that actually there's this fun to the brush strokes. There doesn't want to. All the brush strokes want to be having this free, fun, looseness to every single one of them. So when you look at it, you actually feel like, yes, the painter had fun making that. And the subject is fun because of the energy behind the brush strokes. Just because I'm more slashy, more all over the show. That's what we're after. So I don't want to ever get to a stage where I start just scratching away to little bits of detail. I want to keep that energy high. I want to keep bouncing over the surface of it and adding paint everywhere. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. There we go. A little bit more in here. There we go. Coming down here. Cool, and then just going to sneak around here, just like that. Your face is going to start taking shape. We don't want to do it too fast. We want to get more of a focus to this water. There's so much going on in the water in this picture, guys. There's the board cutting through it, leaving behind a dark trail with some highlights. There's the splash of the wakeboard coming up here. There's these ripples. There's a reflection of her just cascading down here into the darkness, a dark corner here, murky green, and then a shadow coming in here with a streak of blue in the horizon line. So we're going to play with all of these things. Be looking for some gifts soon. Have a good night. Hey, thank you so much, Paul. Appreciate you, and that must mean you're off to bed. So thanks for joining in for the period you have joined in for. Appreciate you to no end. Jackie, good to have you here. Thank you very much.
Mark.
There you go, beautiful. So keep going a little bit longer with this tan colour, and then I'm going to bump into, in fact, I'm going to go straight to it, yellow oxide. Reminds me of seeing pixels zoomed in, but freehand. That's a fun way to put it. I actually had someone pop by on the beach one day while I was painting, and he says, "That's a great picture if you can't see that well." And he's right. It's actually one of the fun things you can do, because every brushstroke we're putting down, we're acknowledging shapes and tones and gestural things within the painting. One fun thing you can do with these paintings is if you blur your vision or tilt your head slightly to the side, you'll actually see it almost quite crisply. But when you see it with full definition, there's this wildness, these brushstrokes all fighting with each other to be what they want to be. And that's exactly how we want it. Thanks, T. Appreciate you. There we go. Now this is going to be quite a hot colour. This is a yellow oxide. No, I lie to you. It's Indian yellow, which is pretty much, it's a shade of yellow, but it feels more like an orange. Long story short, it's a fun colour. And I'm combining it with magenta. So we're getting this dark mustard colour. I'm going to use that to capture a lot of these facial textures, because she's got this very, very radiant skin colour. We want to capture that in the paint. There we go. Just like that. Coming down here. Coming down here. Skip here. And just around here. There we go. Coming around here. I'm going to let this come the whole way down here. Now we're talking. Just in there. A couple of toes here. This little part there. Coming up here, some land. Capture the land. This darker shade. Beautiful. Oh, now let's come even a little bit closer. Fantastic. We're going to do more of that. No. Going to go straight into the magenta. We'll use the Indian yellow. It's not a commission piece. It is. It's not a commission piece in that it's not been. No one's buying this piece. This piece is going somewhere quite special. It's going to a surf shop once it's completed, and the surf shop's going to have it on the wall. And then if it does sell, the money's going to go to local surf lifesaving. That's fantastic, Chloe. I'm glad to hear it. Good for you. And if you don't feel confident enough, I'd love for you to share the work with me. I'd love to see what you're up to. So, yeah, so I'm very excited by that. And yeah, with a bit of luck, someone will see something special in the picture, and we can get some more money going to a local surf life-saving group. Thanks, guys. Hello from the Philippines. Your proportions are off. They will be slightly off. In fact, I was mentioning before that we had put too much emphasis on the horse here and dragged it forward with its shadows here being too intense. And that's okay. And one of the things the reason why we're talking about that is actually one of the reasons why you'd go for human art over AI art is the mistakes. The mixed up, incorrect proportions. That's going to become part of the charm of human art. Thank you very much, Mike. You're an absolute champion. Appreciate you. And sorry guys, yes, so if you want any of the links, go into my bio. There is a link tree there. You'll find the replays of these, a window to submit commissions in, and you'll also find a link to Instagram if you want to connect there as well. So that's all available to you. It'll be my pleasure to connect more. And it's also my pleasure to be here using magenta. What a colour. There we go. There we go. Just like that. It's more like it. They can jump on there. And they can jump up into the bed. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Can someone move? You blend well with your painting. Hey, thank you very much. The blending can be a little bit ad hoc sometimes. I like to use the brush almost sometimes like a crayon, really just etch it in there. Don't worry too much about the paint itself actually ending up looking scruffy. That's okay. You'll figure out different little techniques to add to paint. Get the coverage of the paint, get the shape you're after, and go for it. The most unusual commission, look, art goes on some wacky journeys, guys, and honestly, sometimes at certain points, all commissions have their unusual wacky part. I really enjoyed doing Rossi. Rossi was quite an unusual one when it went from being a bunch of small lines of this dog, all these little abstract pieces, to suddenly, bang, there's a dog. This is a wild one. When you start a painting like this, everyone walks past you on the beach and no one wants a bar of it. But then as you get into sort of layer 4 and 5, suddenly people start stopping, looking at it and things like that. It's interesting because every layer I put on, I can feel the direction the paint's going in. And sort of, I can't see what it's going to look like, but I can feel the trajectory it's going in. And yeah, sort of like playing a sports game, and you're like, yep, this is looking like we're going to win, or it's going in the wrong direction, who knows. Yeah, so I always find it fun when maybe someone who doesn't know your style or doesn't know the direction the painting's going in may not see that as well, and that's okay. We don't walk onto building sites and know exactly what the building's going to look like. That would be outrageous. So this is like my little building site. Hello from Sydney, Australia, welcome. What happened to the old pinned video? I don't know. That sounds like fun. Tall? No. I'm like 5'9". I'm like a little baby. 5'9's respectable. It's not tall. Honestly, I think we get way too excited about, especially guys, you talk like, oh, I'd like a 6 foot man. And you're like, really? What happens when you go on holiday with him? And he's all unhappy the whole plane flight there for 24 hours because he's cooped up in his seat. And then when you get there, it takes him days to actually go over his jet lag and finally start becoming fun again. You know, you did a short guy, chuck him on a plane, he's in an armchair, he's relaxing, he's gonna be full of energy. You get to location, off the plane, he's grabbing you coffee, sorting out the hotel and taking you wherever you wanna go. If you wanna travel, short guy's the key, I'm telling you that now. Unless you go in first class, but I also reckon first class is an extravagance. I think it'd be better just to go economy. But anyway, do you start with a sketch or just go straight into painting? Great question. So when it comes to starting with a sketch or going straight into painting, I recommend going, this is magenta right now, I'm throwing this into here, we're noticing some of those colours, just to add some more fun to the hair. Now, I go straight into the painting. I don't do guidelines, I don't do I sometimes do a little charcoal, just to mark some little things out, but I really just attack it. And the reason I do that is I want mistakes to be in it. I want perspective to be slightly off. I want areas to be blown up or shrunk, depending on how my mind sort of interpreted it. And I think that's part of the beauty of human art. So the less guidelines, the better. Just get straight into there with the paint, get started. Yeah, that's what I reckon. Thanks, Becky, appreciate you. Do you do a sketch for the composition? No. I think that's the same question, but yeah, no, I don't. I just get straight in there, guys. Feel better about that. Kia ora, Frankie, welcome. There's a New Zealander. We're going to add this into here. Beautiful, just across the skies. Fantastic. Now there's not a whole lot of red in the horizon, but we're going to add it in there because I want some fun. I want this, it'll disappear towards the end, but it'll actually stick through a little bit. So we don't just have this horizon line, dark blues, greens, whatever. We'll have a lot of fun in there. I want to build those colours in. Thanks, Vinny. Well, I'll tell you what, you're welcome to join here anytime you like. You can hang out, paint with me, and hopefully it'll start rubbing off on you and we'll build you up and get you doing some more painting. Josh, there is no Twitter, but there is a Instagram and a, what's the other one? Instagram, TikTok, everything's in the bio. YouTube, if you go onto the bio, Linktree, bang, take you where you want to go. Let's leave on this here, a little bit in there.
I took 3 different ones of it, but it was hard to
Perfect.
write photos.
Did I miss a belt loop? That's funny.
And it's 'cause I'm
I
taking
did, well
photos.
spot. My bad.
Photo.
You're making me trip over the painting now. You caught me off guard. My poor little belt loop. We'll just leave it for now. We're not jumping over any hills, fences, or any of the rest of it. So the belt loop can just be incorrect. There we go. Just like that. There's the bracelet going on there. There's that bit going in there. Perfect. I'm gonna sneak over here. We're gonna grab these shadows a little bit, just like this. Beautiful. And then a little bit more through here. Cool. The eunuch. I'm not sure what you're sorry about, but your apology is accepted. Do you want to make $99 million? Honestly, I'm pretty happy right now, Josh, but sounds like a lot of admin dealing with $99 million. When did you start painting? Ages ago. Ages ago. It's like 2. Here we go. Beautiful. Sweep that through there. Just going to keep these funky colours going in here. There we go. Just coming up here. I'm probably overdoing the magenta, but that's okay. It's okay because I'm having fun. Looks like you spend... You reckon, Charlie? I'm sorry. Well, Charlie, I wish you all the best. But at least you're here enjoying painting as well with me, which is wholesome. Let's have a look-see here. Cool. Keep grabbing little parts of this out. As I can tell you that we live on the edge. I'm not quite sure what that means, but I hope the edge is fun. Let's have a look here. I'm going to add a little bit of vibrant red. This is actually crimson now. I'm going to scoop it into a few areas underneath this, over the top of this magenta. See where that takes me. This handle here is definitely vivid crimson. I'm going to slap it on there. Slap this on here. There we go.
Imagine waking up in the morning.